Hey guys, welcome to this lecture. Previously, we had looked at what are lists, how to create lists, and some operation on lists. In this lecture, we'll look at some more operation on list, starting with extend function, remove, and pop. So start with extend. Extend function or method is similar to what insert and append does. So what does append and insert do? Basically, both of them adds elements to the list. Append adds at the end of the list and insert adds at a particular index. Let's see what extend does. So extend is basically also adds elements at the end of the list. Okay, but what is the difference between append and extend then? If you remember from the last lecture, the append function can add only one element at a time. So if I have a list, let's say apple, mango, and orange, let's name it as fruits. And if I try to do an append on this, let's say I try to add two fruits here, let's say banana and grapes. Now, will this work? We see some kind of a orange wobble here. It means there's some problem. Let's try to run this and see what happens. List operations is my file name. So when I run this, it gives an error to me. The error says the list.append function takes exactly one argument, 2 given. What is the meaning of this? Which means append function takes only one element to be added to the list, and we have given 2 elements. That's why it is not working. All right. So in these cases wherein we want to add multiple fruits to this fruits list, for example, or multiple elements to any list, we will use extend function. All right. Now in extend function also we do not give comma separated values. Okay, what we do is we give a list of values, something like this. Okay, so fruits.extend, and in a list I have given 2 elements, banana and grapes. Now extend function will add these 2 elements at the end of the list. Understand one thing, it will not be adding this entire list as a single element. Rather, it will add banana as one element and grapes as the another element, right? So if you see how many elements are there in the fruits before the extend function, it is 3. So if I print fruits here, it will print 3 elements for me. And after extend, if I try to print fruits here, let's see what do we get. Let's run this. If you see, this is my initial list and this is my list after the extend function is applied on the fruits list. It is adding these 2 elements one by one to the end at the end of the list. This is what extend function is, right? So the major difference between extend and append is append function only adds a single element to the list, but extend can add multiple elements to the list provided we give the elements as a list to it, right? What if we give like this? What will happen? Right? 2 different elements if I give. This also will give an error, similar to append function. List.extend takes exactly one argument, 2 given, right? So you have to give like this. Now, what if I give append function here? Append, if I used instead of extend, I used append here and I write banana comma grapes. What will happen? Pause the video and maybe think of it, run it and see how it behaves. Now let's try to run this and see what happens. Again, it is giving me some kind of a warning here, but let's see how it behaves. It actually does not give an error to me. It works. All right. But if you see here, it has added a list inside this list. Okay. Now, if I ask you, how many elements are there in the fruits list after the append function is applied? Is it 4 or 5? Again, pause the video and think. If you say it is 4, then you are right. Right? Isn't it? Why? First, let's run this. See, this is 4. Right? Why? Because append function can only add a single element. A list can be added as an element of another list. This is the way we can do it. Right? But again, extend function will basically add these elements one by one. And if I run this, what will the length of the fruits list? It will be 4 or 5. Let's run this. It will be 5 because they're added one by one, not as a single element or item. All right. Okay. This was the extend function in lists. The next function that we're going to look at is the remove function. As the name suggests, it removes certain elements from a list. All right. Now let's take this fruit and it has 3 elements, apple, mango and orange. And if you want to delete or remove one element from this fruits list, what we can do? We can simply write fruits.remove and write that element that I want to remove. Let's say I want to remove mango, right? So let's print fruits first and then we'll print it again. So here it will print 3 elements, apple, mango and orange. And if we do fruits.remove mango, mango will be deleted from the fruits list and we will only have 2 elements, apple and orange in the list. Again, one thing to note here is extend function or remove function. And previously also we have seen the insert function and the append function. It changes the list itself, right? The list is changed internally. It will not give a new list, rather it will change that list itself. So let's run this. See, the mango element has been deleted from the fruits list. Simple. Now, let's see. Again, we have, let's say, 3 fruits in the fruits list, apple, mango and orange. And we try to delete something like banana. Now, question is banana there in the fruits list? No, it is not there. But even though we are trying to remove from the element banana or the item banana from the fruit list, what will happen? Will this work? Again, pause the video, maybe think or run it and see yourself. Let's run and see what happens. If you see here, it is giving an error, value error. It prints this apple, mango and orange from this line, from line number 8. But after that, in line number 9, where we're trying to remove the banana from the fruits list, we get an error called value error, list.remove of x. X is not in list, which means this banana is not part of the list and we are trying to remove it from it, which means it's not a valid operation in Python, right? How can you remove something which is not present? Isn't it? So remove function will give an error if you try to remove an element which is not part of the list. All right. Only the elements which are part of the list can be removed. Now let's take another example. Let's say we have mango. Okay. So how many mangoes are there in the fruits list? There are 2 mangoes. This mango here, this mango here. Now, if I try to remove mango, what will happen? 2 options you have. both the mangoes will be deleted. The first mango will be deleted. Maybe let's take another option. The last mango will be deleted, or you'll get an error. Let's say this is a multiple choice question. Both the mangoes will be deleted. The first will be deleted. The second will be deleted, or you'll get an error. What will be your answer? Let's see. Let's run this and see what happens. Observe here. What has happened? The mango between apple and orange gets deleted. Can you see that? Right? This mango exists. So what is the meaning of this? It means if there are multiple elements, the same value as element in the list, and we try to remove it or delete it using the remove function, the first occurrence, the first position value will be deleted. In this case, the index number 1 and index number 3 had mango in it. The first occurring value, which is the index number 1 mango value, gets deleted. Okay, so remove function removes the first occurrence of that element if it is present in the list. If the element is not present, we get a value error. I hope that makes sense. That is remove function. Now let's take another function, which is pop. Now pop function is also used to delete elements from the list. So remove function takes an element and deletes that element from the list, the first occurrence of it. Pop function does not take the element that needs to be deleted. Rather, it takes the index at which the value needs to be deleted. For example, let's say there are 4 elements: apple, mango, orange, and mango. Let's say I will say pop of 2. What's the meaning of this? Pop of 2. It takes the index. So what is the index? What is the value at index number 2? So apple is at index number 0, mango is at index number 1, orange is at index number 2, and mango is at index number 3. Right? So pop function will remove the value at index number 2, which is orange. So when we run this code and when this print fruits at line number 10 is executed, we get a list without this orange value. Let's see. See, orange has been deleted. All right. Now, this is the positive index I have used. Can I use a negative index? Can I use a negative index? Can I do -1, for example? What is -1? -1 is the last element, right? So if I run a -1 and if it works using a negative indexing, mango should be deleted. This mango. Let's run this. Can you see? It works, right? So the last element using the negative indexing is deleted in the pop function. All right. Now there's another way we can use the pop function. Now, did I give any index here in the pop function? No, I haven't. Did it work? Let's see. Let me close this and let's run it again. It works. Can you see the output? Do you see any error? There is no error, right? Which means that it has worked and there is no problem with this, what we have done here. But we have not provided any index to be deleted, right? If you observe the output, can you tell which element got deleted? Mango got deleted. Mango is the last element that got deleted, right? Even though we haven't given any index here, if you don't give any index to the pop function, the last element or -1 element will be deleted from the list. It is by default behavior of pop function. If you give that index value will be deleted. If you don't give anything, the last element will be deleted by default. That is what is pop function. So in this lecture, we learned about how to use extend for adding elements to the list and remove impop functions to delete elements from the list. That's all for this lecture. See you.